Welcome to Electronic Discoveries with your host, Databits. And today's broadcast is brought to you by the new product from Lay's Potato Chips. It's the orange juice and toothpaste flavored potato chips. Be sure and pick up some of those at your local grocer today. I'm kidding. That doesn't exist. But I saw that on Facebook today and thought it was hilarious. All right. So anyway, today we're going to look at this RCA DVD recorder and DVR. And this is a DRC8030N, or maybe 8030N, however you want to look at that. This is a pretty cool device, if I must say so myself. And as always, I found this at a thrift store, and it is pretty cool. I'm going to go through all the features that I can with you, including how to make a recording onto a DVD, how to make a recording onto the built-in 80 gigabyte hard drive, and how to delete those particular recordings if you want to. You can do all kinds of stuff. This is just a pretty cool thing. It is not high definition, however, it does output in progressive scan. So if you want to hook it up component, and most TVs still have component inputs on the back, you can hook this up via that way and get a really decent picture out of it. I've already done some preliminary recordings from Laserdisc, and that's what we'll use as our source today. And you'll see my Laserdisc player over here. This is the Pioneer CLD M301, and you'll see that on my channel, and I go through how this unit works on the inside. It's got like a robot arm on the inside. It's really cool. So check out that video when you get a chance. But first, let's take a look at this guy. Look at the difference in size of these things. I mean, this Laserdisc player is like the size of my house, and this is about the size of, I don't know, a small VCR or something. It's very compact. Going across the front here, we have some controls. We have on and standby, so when you turn it off, it goes to the clock, which is nice. It has play, pause, stop, DVD record, hard disk drive record, open and close for the disk drive, input, channel minus, and channel plus. It does not have a digital high definition tuner in it either. It only does regular analog over the air antenna, and of course nobody has that anymore. So kind of useless feature, but there's a lot of stuff you can still use this for. If we open up the front panel there, we have a composite video input and our RCA jacks for left and right, as well as an S-video input there. So that part's really cool. So it's great for hooking up a camcorder too. It would be great for archiving some old 8mm movies to a particular unit like this. You know, like your Sony 8mm cameras, high 8. There's even a digital 8 out there as well. Maybe you got some compact VHS tapes that you want to dub over. So this would be the great place to hook those particular camcorders up to the front and dub off your material. Over here is the disk drive, and it opens really fast. Pops right open there. And the disk that I used for my preliminary tests is a Hewlett-Packard DVD-R disk, and you can see that I've recorded some material on there already. And that's what I'll use for our test today as well. So let me go ahead and put this one aside, and I'm going to grab a new blank DVD-R disc, and we will pop that into the drive. As you can see, this one here does not have anything recorded on it. It's kind of colorful though, isn't it? Alright, so let's put that in there. And then we're going to look at the on-screen menu. The on-screen menu is really simple and easy to use. Let's go up and take a look at that. So here's your on-screen menu. Up here you have your source material, so it says watch TV, and then over here it shows that I'm using live. So what it shows is live material may in fact not be live. It may be dead, but you know, from a disc or something. But right now I've got it set on N1, which is the I believe it's the it's the composite input on the back. Does not have component input. It only has S-video and composite input. I do not have the original remote, so I programmed my little cheap Harmony remote to operate it. So let's go through the menu here. So first you have watch TV, and that's how you set your input. The next thing you're going to have down on the screen here is the disc. So if the disc is a DVD, it's going to show you the name of the disc there, and you can actually name your discs. So if I click on that, it shows me the options that I have for that disc. So I can play the disc, I can disc title menu if it has one, I can do a playlist, I can do some disc actions, and copy to DVR. Now you can't copy movies to the hard drive that are copyrighted. So this would be DVDs you've created yourself, essentially. DVDs made on a DVD/RW whatever unit. So here's your library, and library shows that I have 5 titles in my video library. That's the videos that I have on the hard drive. I have a disc library. Now, strangely enough, you would think that you could just copy discs to this library, and you can, again, if they're discs that you have made. So if you've recorded something off TV and put it on a DVD to give to a friend, you can bring that back, put it in the machine, and copy it to the hard drive. But each time you create a disc, it creates a little library for it, and it keeps track of the time and date that you created the disc. It's kind of pointless, actually, but if you want to keep an eye on your discs and number them or something, see how it says disc number 1 there? So you could number them and keep them in that library. Going down here, you can take CDs and rip them to the hard drive. So if you've got a bunch of CDs and you want to put them on the hard drive, you can do that. I haven't done that. There's 0 tracks. And if you have a disc that has a bunch of JPEGs on it, you can import those into the library as well. And of course, you can export. So you can export things from your library to a DVD-R. So here I've got the names of all the things that I've put onto my disc. So these are all the programs on the hard drive that I've recorded yesterday. And I gave them a quick name there as well. So going back to the main menu here, I'm going to take you into the video library, and I'll show you how this works. So as soon as it comes up, it gives you a little preview of the title. So that one's the 7% solution Laserdisc. This is a Laserdisc I got that's a Laserdisc that was used in pediatricians' offices. And here's the movie Dick Tracy.
Give the kid a piece of chicken. We got a place for people who beat up kids.
So here's a IMAX disc called To Fly
the birds were too wise to try.
that I also transferred over off of Laserdisc. And then I have some Best Buy in-store discs that I transferred over. Actually, I just recorded a little bit of one over here to it. So if you guys want to see what the quality looks like from Laserdisc to the hard drive, I'll give you a quick snapshot of that. So I've picked the To Fly program here, and look at all of the options you get. I can play the title, I can play all chapters, I can rename the title, I can delete the title, I can lock the title, I can copy it to the disc, to a disc, and I can clear all the chapter markers for it as well. So if you are recording a disc, you can actually set it up so that it will create chapter markers, say every 5 or 10 minutes. I think that's the only 2 options you get. But let's take a look at To Fly, or just a little bit of it here, so you can see the quality of it. And again, this was taken off of Laserdisc. Double check my focus here, make sure it's good. Alright, this has a long intro on it, so let's fast forward a little bit. And can we do more than that? There it goes. Believe it or not, this movie was played in the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian, and I remember seeing this there as a kid. This movie came out in 1978, and they still show it.
Oh, look! The balloon! It's going to hit the steeple!
Oh, good heavens! Oh.
Oh my goodness! It's going to crash! Look out!
John, brace yourself up there!
Oh, I beg your pardon.
So you can see the quality is really good, and there's a pause right there, which you wouldn't get on a Laserdisc, but it looks very nice. So I'm going to go back to my menu here. This takes me all the way back to the beginning. Of course, there is a setup in here, but the main things I wanted to show you was how to record a disc and how to record off of onto the hard drive, off of the laser disc. So let's first go to our source material, which is Watch TV, which becomes line in, and you'll see that it goes to this screen here. Now I'm not sure why it says audio as mono. It's not really mono. Let's scroll through the inputs here and see. Okay, so I can do input 1. Okay, I think that's it right there. Input 1 stereo. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on my Laserdisc. Now again, my Laserdisc is connected through the DVR to my little TV up here. So we're spinning up this demonstration disc that was used in pediatricians' offices back in the 90s. Okay, so I can go ahead and pause that, and I'll cue it back to the beginning, if it'll let me. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pause it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record to the DVD first. So what I do is I hit DVD record, and then this is where you get to select the duration. So if you know how long the program is going to be, you can set that. You can also set the quality, the recording quality. So it goes 1 to 5, I believe, and each time you select with the right arrow on the remote, you get a poorer video quality, but it gives you higher amounts of recording time. So it goes all the way up to, I could get 8 hours and 27 minutes on one DVD, one single-sided DVD, 8 hours. If I go with the highest quality, I get 1 hour and 24 minutes. So probably the best setting is going to be 2, which gives you 2 hours and 8 minutes of recording time. Again, the destination is the disc and the, of course, DVD disc. And I don't know what the save buffer does exactly, but anyway, that's not real important. I'm going to go ahead and hit start and hit play. Okay.
You're watching Special Report Television.
And you'll see on the front,
Joan London.
right here it says,
If you're watching this
Line
program,
in
you're
and
sitting in
one.
your doctor's office. Sometimes I know the wait can be long, but imagine if you lived in a rural town where there was no doctor at all. Well, that almost happened in Weiser, Idaho. 2 of the town's 3 doctors were about to retire, and the third said he wouldn't stay if he had to go it
so you
alone.
can tell by looking at Joan London there, this was made back in the 1990s. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on my the front of the machine here, or I could hit stop on the remote. If I hit stop again, it chooses yes, stop recording. And I'll pause my Laserdisc here. Alright, now I want to go back to my main menu. Oh, not the TV main menu. Alright, so then I can go down to my disc library, and it shows over there that I recorded it on